Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Christy Vann with Fantastic Finances, and on this channel I teach velocity banking. So today I wanted to read a couple of YouTube comments and answer them so that the YouTube community knows that I am looking at your comments every day. I'm trying to answer some, and I swear the precious comments that I get every day just warm my soul, and I want you to know that I just am overwhelmed by your kindness in every way, and I just want to thank you out loud for all of you guys that are leaving these precious comments for me. You're bragging on my person, who I am, what a great person I am. Listen, I am just like every single one of you out there. So I want to thank you ahead of starting this and let you know that I appreciate you. So I have a simple question that I get a lot. Is an LOC, a line of credit, a fixed rate? The short answer to that is no. I have never had a fixed rate personal line of credit. I have never had a fixed rate second position HELOC. The only fixed rates I've ever had were in a loan. So there may be some lines of credit out there that are not variable and are fixed, but I personally have never had one, so I don't know a better answer to that question. Another thing that I get really tickled at is people go on here and they'll rebuke what I have said in the video, and they'll say you should do it this way, and they start explaining how to take care of the finances. I think that's great, but I wonder why these people don't go start their own channel. I've thought of that before. I'm like, why do they come onto my channel and do that? Why don't they just go start their own and then teach people the way they want them to be taught? So just putting that out there. If you're a naysayer, it's very easy to start a YouTube channel and you can start doing your own teaching, and I may listen if you've got something good to say. So have at it. Someone posted, I'll need to watch this about 10 times before I understand exactly what she's saying. That is so true. Sometimes with the velocity concept, you do have to watch it over and over and over before it kicks in and it changes your mind. Remember, we have been trained in a certain way, and that is to get loans and make payments. We're just looking at the bottom line on the note. We're not paying attention to those payments, right? So when you start paying attention to the payments and you realize, hey, there's a whole lot of interest in this payment. How do I stop that? Well, you can stop that by chunking on the principal, and if you use a line of credit, you can keep your cash flow while you're chunking. So it is different. It's a very different concept to what we were taught. So it may take you a few times of watching the videos before you understand exactly what the concept is suggesting that you do. I'm getting a lot of comments from people on my email that you have seen the video that Chris Noggle and I did and was released yesterday. If you have not seen that video, please go to Chris Noggle's YouTube channel and it is listed there. I enjoy working with Chris. I think that he has a real heart for helping people, and that makes me very happy. In the video, we were talking about R. Nelson Nash's book. If you have not read this book, please go get it, because it is a great read, and it also leads into exactly what Chris Noggle and his team teach. Very good read, very good for you to know this information, and it may change your retirement life when you realize just how Chris Noggle's team has all of this set up for you to only make gains on your money. I'm pretty excited about his team, and that's why I want to share him with everyone. And I think he does a great job suggesting how you can, one, put your money into infinite banking policies to become your own banker. Two, to show you how to pull it out and to invest it into the private money club. Love that. So thank you, Chris, if you're watching. I appreciate what you teach, and I look forward to working with you more in the future. Regarding the last video that's named The More Money You Make, The More You Spend, I have been getting some great feedback on that video too, so I wanted to share it. Eric Jones says, that is awesome. Even people who make good money get overwhelmed when they can't manage their money. Great video. Thank you so much, Eric. That's exactly the way I feel. I don't feel like that you have to make a certain amount of money to be in trouble. I mean, money is money, and if it's not handled correctly, it's going to slip right through your fingers. So it's not a bad idea to teach the concept of velocity banking to whoever will listen, because it doesn't matter how much money you make. It's about putting your money in the right places where they serve you. Keepsake says, these videos are great regardless of the amount of income a person brings in every month, because it teaches us how to properly manage our income, whether it's a lot of income or a subsidized income. Ishmael says, hello, Van. I love it, guys. When you call me Van, I love that. Thank you so much. Hope you are healthy in all aspects. So how exactly do I work things out on a credit card? Cash advance? I pay everything online. I was thinking cash advance, deposit into my checking, then pay like you teach. I'm sorry, Ishmael, I'm going to disagree with you. A cash advance is very expensive. They charge you for the fee to take the advance, and then they charge you additional interest higher than what your regular interest may be. So you've got to watch out for those cash advances. If you're going to use a credit card, ask for a convenience check and see if you can get that. If you can, they may charge you the fee up front for the transfer, which would be 3 to 5%, but they may not have those additional interest charges. So check that out before you ever do a cash advance. You just don't want any additional interest charges or fees, of course, when we're doing Velocity Banking. MCR says, you are a blessing. Thank you so much. I just get so many comments that you're so thankful, and that makes me so happy because thankful people do great things in life, right? We can excel when we're being thankful. So these are a couple of comments from my previous video that says, there are no better words to convey your message. Thanks so much. Thank you, Janet. Chris says, thank you. With this technique, I managed to turn around my finances, grow my wealth, and be ready for opportunities to grow it furthermore. Not to mention the peace of mind. Thank you. That right there is what makes me happy. So we're having the 6-week course, right? And we're about done. Next week will be our last week. And I just want you to know that when I started the 6-week classes, I was thinking, I'm going to work individually, one-on-one with people, help them know how to move forward in their finances, give them a hand up and let's get this moving, right? So I think that the main thing that I have learned from this class is I learned something from every one of you as well. Oh my goodness, today I spoke with a lady and she's a native healer. I've never heard of that before. So it was such an interesting conversation. On Wednesday, I spoke with a man who his daughter is a professional tennis player and he writes children's books. I spoke with another person who his daughter is an airplane pilot at 24 years old and is actually training to dump water on fires. I mean, I can't even imagine a more scarier occupation than 1, flying in an airplane. I do not like airplanes. And 2, flying over fire. That just seems crazy. So I am so happy that people serve like that because I would not be able to serve in that capacity. I have worked with financial advisors, which kind of tickles me because you would think that the financial advisors already have this information, but because they don't, they need to learn it too. And I hope that they're going out and teaching the concept to other people. That's the point, is that we're reaching people with a message that they can work with that will help make their finances better in every way. I have lawyers, I have doctors. Bless the doctors' hearts. They have so much insurance to carry, and it's just unbelievable to know that you could go to school all of those years to get into this awesome occupation that helps people every single day when they are in their worst way, but yet you are charged so much for insurance fees and everything else that you can't even use your income like it should be used for, such as providing for yourself and your family. It's crazy. And I know that everyone is struggling in their own way out there. And I want to speak to you for a minute, because if you're struggling, I may know where you're at. Life can be tough, and it has smacked me so hard before that I have been flat on my face, and I know there's people out there that are feeling that right now. I want to tell you that a better day is coming, and I want to show you something. This right here was my very first prayer journal. I started this during my first marriage when things were just crazy. I was told about the prayer journal. So if you go through these pages, this is my life written down. This is what I was going through during that period. But the thing is once I got started with the prayer journal, I couldn't stop. I ended up going into more and more books. More and more books. More and more books, more books, and there's more where this came from. The struggle is real. I keep saying that, but people just don't believe me. When life hits you hard, you've got to find a way to recover. You've got to find a way to ease that pain, right? Because it's painful when we get hit, whether it be from our spouse or someone that we love, or a family member turns against us, a friend that we've known forever just drops us all of a sudden. Things hurt. and you have to pick yourself back up. Maybe you should try writing in a journal as well. I know that I can go back through these journals and I literally go into reliving things that were happening at that time, and I don't like it, so I don't read them often. I probably haven't read any but maybe once in the last 5 years. I don't want to relive that, but it's there. And it reminds me, I can look at those books and know that I had a really, really hard time before. And now I'm here. Not to say there won't end up being more hard times. I'm going through them right now. I'm just not airing them out to the world. But the thing is that we keep moving forward. You keep planning. You keep going to work. You keep working on your dream, even though everything in this world is trying to stop you. Keep moving forward. Keep making those videos if you are. Keep writing those books if you are. Keep doing whatever it is that brings you peace while you're going through the struggle. It can be depressing, it can be sad, it can be scary, and I know that. In some of these books, you'll see I have scribbling. If you were to read the books, you would see that some pages are scribbled and you can't even read what I wrote there. That reminds me of the times when I was my most scared, when I was afraid to put down on paper what I was really feeling, because that person may pick it up and read it, and then, well, I wouldn't be standing here today probably, right? I want to tell you something. If I had realized back in my first marriage that he was weak, that he was probably the weakest person that I ever knew, I could have changed a lot of things. I thought that he was a big, scary, mean man, and he was towards me. But anytime another man, whether it be a law officer or whatever, was in our presence, he was weak. He was like a little girl sitting, crying. Yeah. And when I figured that out, I was like, okay, I can run, because as long as there is someone in between me and him, I'm going to be just fine. So I'm not encouraging anyone to take any action. I'm saying that this is your life. YOLO, right? You only live once, so don't live it in fear. Don't live it afraid. And don't live it ashamed and in guilt. Move to the level that you want to be. Keep working, striving to get there. Don't lay down, don't quit, and don't tell yourself, well, this is just where I'm meant to be right now because the Lord put me here, and well, he must be trying to teach me a lesson because I keep getting mistreated. No, that is wrong thinking. Don't like that. That's what I was told. You need to stay in it because, well, it's wrong for you to step outside and actually move into peace. That is a lie from the devil. I will not accept that ever. So, that being said, I hope that you realize that when you're getting your finances in order, you are prioritizing your life. You are deciding, hey, I'm going to straighten up, I'm going to do better, I'm going to get this in order, I'm going to live happier, I'm going to live in peace. And stop this chaos, because chaos is not peace, and nothing can get settled down as long as there's chaos. If you have a toxic person in your life who is telling you that you are no good, that you're not skinny enough, that you're not pretty enough, that you're a loser, realize that that's not you that they're talking about. They're talking about themselves. They are the ones that's incomplete. You wouldn't have to knock somebody down to make yourself feel better if you weren't incomplete. So if you're getting knocked down, or if you're getting a lot of backlash because you're doing this or that in your life, and people's like, oh, you're being really stupid by wasting your time doing that, and why do you want to help people, and what's the point of that, and why are you wasting your time, and I mean, on and on and on, right? We can get this negative stuff, that you're just not good enough. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. You were created in the image of the Almighty God, and he did not make junk. So please pick yourself up, lift your chin up, lift your head up. Be proud that you have today to turn your life around and start all over. Move down whatever path you want to go. If you're a slob and you've decided that you want to be a clean being, then get up and start working on one section at a time in your home. If you're overweight and you don't want to be, then start working towards that. Remember what I say, put the goal that you want on the refrigerator or on your vision board or on your bathroom mirror, wherever you're going to see it. Say that goal out loud. Even with your weight. I know that sounds so stupid, right? I'm just saying, these things work. If you want a different home, if you've never bought a home, get a picture up on your vision board of what it is you want to live in. What do you want that house to look like room by room? What do you want the front yard to look like? Do you want trees down the driveway? What about the backyard? Do you want a pool back there? Start looking around and seeing what it is that you want, and know this, that it can happen for you. It's just a matter of you getting your thoughts aligned with your actions, what it is that you want to be moving towards. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. I take that very serious. And there is life and death in the power of the tongue. So we need to be careful of how we're speaking out loud about ourselves and about other people. If you have to cut other people to be happy, there's something wrong with you. If somebody has to cut you when they see you're doing good and they want to talk about you or demean you to other people, then that problem's on the inside of them. You just keep moving forward. Keep your hope alive, because things are coming that are going to be better. Your best days are yet to come. And I'm telling you, I have the books to prove it for my own life. So please know that finances are just one area of our lives that we can get together. We have a whole world out here to be working on when it comes to how we can do better and how we can help more people. Be looking for that, because when you're helping people, you're bringing the favor. That has to come back to you. I appreciate your all's comments so much. Like I said, I cannot express to you how that lifts my soul every morning. My spirit is raised to know that you are getting a good message and that you are happy with the new life that you're creating with Velocity Banking. I just appreciate you so much for joining me every day like you do. And I just want you to know that you are loved and that I do pray for the YouTube community. And I want you all to be prosperous in every single way. Not just with your finances, but with your health and your life in general. So get ready and stay positive and know that there are better days coming. I'm telling you, you've just got to think like that. Every morning, I want you to get up and say, today is going to be a great day, and I'm excited to get it started. So the 6-week course is about to end next week. So I'm going to be starting another course in January the 4th because I have enjoyed this class. I think that this is so good for us to get together and mingle and talk. If you want to join the course, I'm going to have a link below. But I want you to know it's not ended up just being about our finances. Sometimes we get in and talk about life in there. We talk about giving and visions and hope and, just being better people in general. I would love for you to join that class if you would like to. And we do deal with your financial situation. So I try to deal with those through emails so that I'm not announcing your business to the rest of the class. But at the same time, if you want it brought up during class, I'll be glad to run your numbers right there in front of everyone. I'm very tickled to do it. If you're interested in that, like I said, there'll be a link below. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that if you're needing any service, such as Chris Inagle and his awesome team to do infinite banking, to do the private money club, which will help you invest monies that you have, or whether it be you need your own business promoted, or maybe the e-commerce stores, or some way that Alex Albaran can help you, his link is below as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. I just want you to know how thankful I truly am that you are with me. You have joined me on this mission to become debt-free and to do it without the struggle of trying to put every single dime that you've got into a loan that you're never going to get back out again. When we use lines, we always have our cash flow, and that is an awesome feeling. I hope that you learn how to use it. I hope that you enjoy living the Velocity way as I have for many, many years now. And I thank you that you have joined the community and that you are practicing what I preach. If you want to join the Facebook private community, I also have a link for that below. And the Fetch. I am so into Fetch because I just scan my receipts and I get points for that. And here we are at Christmas, and I'm getting ready to count my cards and see how many that I've got to go do some Christmas shopping with. So I'm pretty excited. That's what Fetch does. You just scan your receipts. It gives you points. And when you get so many points, you get free gift cards. I get all of mine to Amazon because I love to shop through Amazon. Again, I can't thank you enough. I hope you guys have a terrific weekend, and I will see you in the next video.